Hello to all my friends taking part in the 2012 Youth Day at the Capitol. I think you know I would much rather be there with you in Minnesota in person, but there's just a few things going on in Washington right now, so I'm honored to join you via video. What you're doing today, meeting with your state senators and your state representatives, sharing your stories, could not be more important. I say that because you are the future of our state, and you deserve a say in how that future shapes up. After all, many of the ideas that are being debated today are the laws that will govern you tomorrow. You're basically putting ideas into actions. The policies that will impact your lives as you go to college, as you start a family, as you build a career. That's why we need you to be part of the conversation in St. Paul. You're there today because you believe in the power of civic engagement and because you understand that each and every one of us has the power to make change. You don't have to live in the White House or work in the State House to do it, but you do need to be willing to make your voices heard, just like you're doing today. You do need to have faith in your own ability to make a difference because you'll never know where you'll end up in life. Take it from me. My first few jobs, well, I worked at the A&W as a car hop. I worked at the Baker Square Pie Shop as a waitress until I spilled 12 iced teas on one customer. That's when I decided to go to law school. And then I ended up with my real first office job was as an intern for Vice President Walter Mondale, who was from Minnesota, and it was while I was in college, and it was a summer job. And I arrived in my first day, ready to work, serving the people. You know what my first assignment was? Well, for 2 weeks, I had to inventory the furniture for every staff member that worked for the Vice President. That meant I had to literally crawl around the floor and check the number on each piece, write it down to make sure it matched a list. Well, 30 years later, I want to tell you two important lessons I learned from that experience. First, for the good of our state, since Vice President Mondale was from Minnesota, I can tell you nothing was missing from his office. The second lesson is that you have to take your jobs and your work seriously. That job was my first job in Washington, D.C. And you know what my second was? This job. So you never know what will come next. You never know what will come out of the work that you're doing there, advocating for our state and for what you believe in. By joining together at the state capitol, you have already demonstrated that you have some really important traits that will put you on the right path. You're determined, you're perseverant, and you believe in yourself. We need you out there. I know you have some great ideas for improving our education system, for helping more kids stay in school and go on to college, for encouraging more young people to roll up their sleeves and get engaged. Remember, you're the experts. You're the people who know what works and what doesn't. You're on the front line. A lot of people who you'll be talking today, maybe they didn't go through your same experience. Maybe didn't they come from the same background. But you understand and you have something to share with them that's important. You know, in my office in Washington, I have a drawing, and it's something that I brought from Minnesota, and I put it up right in the front lobby. And it's a woman, and she's holding something in the palm of her hands, and she's being handed something by what is actually an angel. And the words on this picture read, "In my dream, the angel shrugged, and she said, if we fail this time, it will be a failure of imagination. And then she placed the world gently in the palm of my hand." Well, we are placing the world in the palms of your hand. And I know you have no lack of imagination there in St. Paul today. I know that you believe in what you're doing. So what you need to do today is to share that energy, that imagination with our elected officials. You're the next generation of Minnesota leaders, the future of our state. And I'd say, based on what I've heard about the work you're doing, that the future is in good hands. It looks pretty bright to me. Thank you. Keep up the good work and have fun today.